guys, so as you can tell, I'm really sick. I haven't been this sick since my birthday. I don't really know what this all is. I don't know if it's allergies or a cold, but I've kind of come to the conclusion that allergies make you feel like total shit. Like, honestly, last night I was miserable trying to sleep. Like, I kept waking up like every hour, and I kind of just wanted to take a knife and chop my nose off, but then I was like, I'm probably gonna look really weird, so I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah, but today is like the first day where my throat, it hurts, but it's not like as bad as it's been for the past like 3 days, so I can actually talk and stuff and not like have it hurt. So yeah, so that's good. But now I'm all like congested, and I just went to go put makeup on to make this video, and I don't even know how I did that because my eyes are very like swollen and puffy and like itchy. So I don't know how I got mascara on, but you know what? Whatever. So anyways, so this week has been quite the week. So I think I'm going to save the best for last. So, Under Fire was on Monday. So, I have never in my life cried at a Castle episode as bad as I did with this one. I don't know if it was just like because of how emotional it was and how well like played out it was, and the music and just like everything about that episode probably tied in with the fact that it's finally back, that it hasn't been on since like Thanksgiving, and now it's January and it's finally back on. So it was probably like a mixture of emotions, so it probably just all hit me at once, and I was like, fuck. So I watched it on Sunday night, and something on my timeline happened that has never happened in the history of watching Castle early. Literally, like seconds after Canada is done watching it, there are links up the fucking butthole, and there was no links, and I was like, now is not the time. I don't feel good. I just want to watch Castle. Like, I had a really shitty day, so you know when you have a shitty day and you just want to watch Castle, especially if it's a new episode. So like, so I was just freaking out. I was like, why isn't there any links? I'm literally gonna set myself on fire. What the fuck? So like everyone on my timeline was bitching about links, and then like Canada was all like, well, some people were all like, oh well, you shouldn't be rude and blah 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 blah. Well, excuse fucking me for being rude, just asking for a link when normally they're out, so I'm just going by what I'm used to. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I hate people. I hate people. So, yeah, so anyways, so the episode was really fucking good. And it starts out, and Beckett's all like, something's happened. And she's standing outside the burning building, which Ryan and Espo are in. And I'm like, wow, we're gonna just like ease up into this. So then they're at the crime scene, and these stupid fucking retards. Ryan is like checking his phone because he thinks Jenny is in labor. And then, Castle's all like, can I suggest Cosmo? And I'm like, bitch, when you knock up your fiance, soon to be wife, you are not allowed in the name picking happenings or whatever the fuck, whatever. Like, Cosmo, really? No. Castle, leave. So, and then he was like, my kid, why don't you worry about picking a date for your wedding? And then he was like, a date for my wedding, I was planning on bringing her. And then she was like, really? Because I might have plans. And I was like, oh my god. But like, literally the first 85 times I watched it, because it was a sneak peek, that joke went completely right over my head. Like, I didn't understand that Ryan meant like a day, like an actual date to get married. And I was just like, I don't know, I was out of it. You know what? Forgive me. So yeah, so I literally cannot. And then when they're in like the actual crime scene with the burnt body or whatever, and then the building creaks, and then Castle's like, okay, I'm out. And then Beckett was all like, I'm marrying him. That was fucking all Stana, like that was her ad-lib, and I literally, that just made that scene like 10 times worse. Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, like, queen shipper. Like, queen shipper of all fucking shippers right fucking there. So, then some other shit happened. I don't really remember. I was too distracted by Beckett's face and her shirt to really pay attention. So, then, Ryan and Espo go to this building, and then they go into this fucking bullshit, and I'm like, you know what? Don't go in there, you're gonna blow the fuck up. So they go in there, they don't listen to me, and then the building blows up, and then they're in the building, and then fucking back at the precinct, Castle's on Beckett's. Can we talk about how the fact that Castle was sitting at her desk, just sitting there, like, didn't even give a fuck? Like, in season 2, she was all like, don't mess with my fucking chair, you asshole. And now he's sitting in a chair on a computer. Like, I cannot deal with it. So, yeah, so then she fucking touches his shoulder and calls him babe. Like, really, like, stop it. And then they go to that tech girl, and then she's just all like, blah, 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 blah. And then she's all like, I'm not gonna ask how you knew that. And I was like, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face. And then fucking she does this weird thing with her tongue. Like, I don't understand who thinks she could do that. Like, who gave you the fucking right? I don't understand. I cannot deal with life anymore. So then they find out, they go to this fucking bitch, and then she's sassy as hell, and then they find out that Ryan and Espo are in the burning building, and then they're fucking standing out there, and they don't know what to do, and then Castle's fucking, like, reassuring her, and I'm like, what if I just ripped my heart out of my chest and threw it in the snow instead? And then fucking Lainey shows up there, and then Jenny shows up there, and she's in fucking labor, and then Castle freaks out, and I was like, wow, if you're freaking out like this with Jenny, what are you gonna be like when Becky goes into labor? And I tweeted that, and then people wanted to claw my face off, so, you know, and then fucking, like, all this other shit, and then, oh my god, when Ryan and Jenny were saying their goodbyes, I fucking lost it. Like, you cannot do that to me. And then fucking Ryan just throws the word always in there like it's not a big deal, and I'm like, bitch, if you were in a burning building right now, I'd fucking shoot you. Ugh. So yeah, I mean, even though like I knew that they were both gonna live, it was still fucking traumatizing. Okay, never again are you guys going to a building alone. Like, and then Beckett was all like, I shouldn't have let them go, I should have been here. And I was like, no, because then you'd be in the building. No. So, yeah, so then fucking, he was gonna name his kid Javier. Like, Kevin, you're no good at name picking either. And then they come out, and then I cry a lot because Beckett hugs Espo, and then Castle hugs Ryan, and he's all like, you scared us, buddy? And I'm like, what if I clawed my face off? And then that just like reinforced my still feels, and it's still too soon to talk about still, so honestly, like, I don't know how I survived that. And then the fucking music, like, what the hell? And then he goes in the back of the ambulance, and then Jenny's there with Sarah Grace, and I'm just like, oh. And then Castle and Beckett kind of do this cute little huggy thing, and it's like the most precious thing on the world, and then they're just all one big family, and I can't. And that was Under Fire, and literally I've watched the episode 3 times, and it was worse the third time. No, it was worse the second time. Even though the third time I watched it with my grandma cried the entire time too. So, yeah. So, but before Under Fire, I think like 10 minutes before, maybe, I don't know, Andrew Marlowe tweeted and was like, well, it's cold outside, but we've got a fire to warm you up. And I was like, did you fucking really? And then, so he said something about a loved one. So I tweeted him back, and I was like, does my pillow pet count as a loved one? And then he tweeted me back, and honestly, I had no idea. Like, everybody was rissing me to death, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? What did I do? Did I, like, say something wrong? Did I, like, what the fuck? And then I checked my mentions, and it was there, and I was like, oh my god. And I literally, like, my heart was beating, like, so fast. And, like, honestly, like, I can't, like, he is king. Like, what? And he probably knows now that I'm a fucking like weirdo who cries over castle into her elephant pillow pet. Like the huge. So yeah. But I had no idea, like people were texting me and I was like, what's going on? So yeah, I was like, now's not the time. It's really not. And then my mom came walking in the room and I was like, stop it. Go away. I'm trying to like remain calm. Like, I swear, these people tweet me at the worst fucking times. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, so, best for last. I have been dying to talk about this, like, for the entire time I was talking about the episode. So, the PCAs were last night, and if you watch them, you already know what happened, but... So all day yesterday and, like, all this past week, I was like, if you bring up the PCAs to me, I'll literally throw up on your face. And all day yesterday, like, every time I talked about it, I was just, like... Honestly, like, my stomach was in knots because I was so nervous. I was probably more nervous than Stana was herself. Like, oh my god. So I was just freaking out, right? And then they were tweeting, People's Choice and all these other people kept posting pictures of, like, the seating arrangements. So, you know us, like, we were like, where's Stana sitting? Like, if she sits here, then she's gonna win. If she sits there, she's not. Blah, 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 blah. And, like, I've heard, like, a bunch of rumors. Like, we all know that the PCAs are a piece of shit. But I've all heard, like, a bunch of rumors, like, if the star's not sitting in the front row, they're not winning. If they don't go, they're not winning. This, they're not winning. That, they're not winning. Whatever. So, I was like, damn, right? So, her card was in, like, the middle of the row, but then they moved it to, like, an end seat because in this one picture, there was this guy, and he was sitting, and there was, like, a section, and then an opening, and then another section, and she was on this side, and she had the end seat, so I was like, that kind of gives me hope. But then another person in her category was sitting in the front row, so I was like, fuck. So I was just like, okay, don't even think about it. Just don't even fucking think about it. Just don't think about it. So, then I, like, looked up. I was like, what show is this bitch even on? Like, I've never even heard of her name. Because every time I went into the dramatic TV actress tag on Twitter, it was always, like, Stana. I mainly saw Stana. Sandra and Mariska and all this other stuff. So, I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? So, she's from The Good Wife, and The Good Wife was nominated for an award, like the show itself. So, I was like, alright, well, that kind of gives me hope then. So, yeah, so then it became red carpet time, and I dealt with that shitty-ass dream for nothing because she was coming from set, and she didn't have time to, like, walk the red carpet. So, I fucking watched that for, like, no apparent reason. And they didn't even show any of the other Castle people, so if she would have won, I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't have, like, gotten shown on the stream. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, so I'm like, fuck this shit. So, once I heard, when someone was like, Nathan, Seamus, Juliana, and Molly are all here, and Stana and John are on their way. I was like, okay, oh my god. And then people were like, she's not coming, this and that. And I was like, if you idiots don't shut the fuck up, I'm literally going to lose my mind. Because I think everyone on Twitter is saying, oh my gosh, she's sitting here, she's not going to win. Makes my nerves, like, that much worse. Because I'm like, come on, like, let's stay positive. Like, come on. So, literally, though, when I found out she was actually attending the PCAs, my heart literally stopped. And the article that said her name, I read the wrong paragraph like 85,000 times because I wasn't seeing her name. And I was like, maybe I'm just too excited. But then I saw the right paragraph and I was like, oh. So, yeah. So, yeah, so the PCAs start and I'm literally sitting on my bed, shaking, like having a fucking heart attack because last year, they didn't do dramatic TV actor, dramatic TV actress until after 10 o'clock. So I was like, I have to go like this until 10. Sometime after 10, I'm going to lose my mind. So I think it was like, I don't even remember like what time it was, but it wasn't that far into the show. Like, I forget who won her award. I really don't. I forget. Like, I don't even give a fuck. Like, before, whatever. So all of a sudden, like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and it's like, please welcome our winner for Dramatic TV Actress, and I didn't see who was walking out. My heart literally stopped. And then she came walking out, and it was like Castle Stana, and I was like, what? Did they just say she won? Like, honestly, like, I wasn't really paying attention, but I was, so I wasn't sure, and I was like, am I dreaming things? Like, oh my god. And then everyone, like, literally my timeline blew the fuck up. Like, I could not breathe, and she was like the cutest person ever, and that dress, like, literally she could rock anything. Like, that dress, like, I wouldn't even think twice about putting that dress on. And she just puts it on and looks fucking flawless as hell. And, oh my god. I mean, I kind of wish that they, like, had someone present it, and then they showed, like, clips and stuff. And then that, like elite. That's why I think I'm so in shock still, because it just happened so suddenly, and nobody was literally, like, expecting her to just come walking out of the back and being like, hey guys, I won. So, like, it was just, I don't know. I mean, I kind of wish that they presented the award to her on stage, but then again, it was kind of epic and awesome the way it happened. So, because none of us were literally expecting it, because at the end of every commercial break, they would say what category was coming up. So we kind of, like, know. And she just came out of nowhere, and I was like, she won. So I was like, suck my dick to every bitch that told me she would not win. And, like, my one friend, she was like, oh, what are the nominees in her category? Like, what is she up against? And she found out, and then she was like, Stana might actually win. And I was like, bitch, shut your mouth. So, yeah. So, like, I'm honestly still in shock that she actually won. Like, I can't deal. Like, Stana Katic has her own PCA. Like, what? So, this is my, oopsies. This is my favorite picture from last night. Like, she's just like, yeah, bitch. So, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm so proud. I'm honestly so proud to be called a fanatic right now. Like, I don't even care. And then look at this fucking dork. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't deal with her. I literally can't. Like, I'm so happy for her. And the fact that we worked our asses off voting for her and we made her happy. Like, we gave her something. Like, that's basically because of us. Like, if there was no us, she wouldn't have that. So, like, I don't know. I have all these emotions, and I'm so fucking proud. Like, I don't know, she just makes me so happy, and the fact that we made her extremely happy last night was, like, the cutest thing in the fucking world. And when she said Grammy, I was like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, I literally can't. Like, I was shaking so fucking bad after she won, because I didn't really hear what the lady said. Like, I don't even know. And then, honestly, after that, I didn't even give a fuck about the awards. I was like, pictures! Oh my god! So, she has, like, this fancy-ass fucking hairstyle going, right? And, like, the first thing that dawns on me is, like, her hair is growing back. Because we all know she cut it at, like, the end of September. So, if you could do all this, like, French braid, double braid, whatever the fuck you had going on back there last night, shit. Hold the phone, your hair is growing back. It's no longer, like, short. Bless Jesus. I mean, I don't know how long it is, but she cut it at the end of September. It's now almost, like, the second week of January, and her hair goes back, like, super fucking fast. So, oh my god, I'm still, like, so happy. And Castle won for the third year in a row. I mean, I kind of wish we won Bromance, and I really wished we won fucking chemistry. Like, what the fuck was that bullshit? And they used the proposal scene. Like, did they really have to? They fucking made, who would? The Vampire Diaries. I don't watch that. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Like, I don't understand. Like, that would have been a beautiful Nathan moment, even though I don't, like, ship them. Like, there are some hardcore fucking creepy-ass shippers in this fandom, and I don't ship them, but, like, I want, like, Nathan pictures and, like, moments, obviously. So, yeah. So, you know what pictures I want, though, is the ones that, after they win the award, they go back on that, like, white background, there's a video. Like if you go on YouTube and you type in Stana PCAs, it'll come up and it's like it plays the castle music and it's just like her taking pictures and stuff like that. So I really want those pictures. It's just like a plain white background. Like it doesn't say like People's Choice in the background like this one. So yeah. So oh my god, and there was this video on Instagram. Wow, this video is 30 minutes long. There was a video on Instagram and she was like, I love my fans because they're charming, they're sweet, and they're super intelligent. And then she was all like, and I was like, leave me alone. Like, you can't be doing this. Like, oh my god. And she just, she loves us so much, and she's so grateful for us, and I'm so grateful for her, and I just cannot deal with my life anymore. Like, my life honestly sucks. I hate it. So, yeah. So, oh yeah, so next week, Castle's dad is back. I'm so sorry this video is so long. Next week, this is probably the longest reaction video in the history of reaction videos. Next week, Castle's dad is back, and he's kind of like an asshole with like fluffy ass hair. Like, I just kind of want to touch it. But, yeah, he seems like a complete asshole because Castle's all like, Dad? He's like, not a word. And then fucking like, he's all like, very nice to meet you, Detective Kate Beckett. And then I'm like, ew. So, yeah, there was a sneak peek. Like, I went on YouTube to rewatch Stana's winning of her PCA, and there was a sneak peek, and I was like, wow, you bitches don't tell me nothing no more. Like, usually if there's a sneak peek, I wake up and my phone's, like, blown up. Like, hey, get your fucking ass up. Like, there's a sneak peek, bitch. So, yeah. So, so next week's episode looks really good. Unfortunately, the fucking stupid-ass Golden Globes are on Sunday. So Canada is not airing it on Sunday. So literally, it's on an hour before it is in America. So I get to watch it on Monday, which I'm pretty excited about. So, yeah. So, I think that's about it. Next week's episode looks super duper good. And then I think Limelight is after that. And it's like the one with the star. That's like Miley Cyrus or whatever the fuck. And then I don't know what is going on in what episodes. I mean, generally next week is going to be about Castle's dad. But like, honestly, that promo where Beckett's fucking biting his goddamn ear that I, recorded on my phone and then put on YouTube and it got 17,000 views and I was like, okay. But, I don't know what episode that happens in. Like, what the fuck? She's wearing bike pajamas. ATP. She's representing ATP. I need to know what episode that is. And the episode, apparently, where Beckett finds her wedding dress. I need that too. So, my camera's dying, and this video is almost 24 minutes long, so I think I should shut the fuck up. But I hope you enjoyed the first reaction video of 2014. So, yeah, so this is like the longest reaction video I've ever done. So, yeah, so thanks for watching, and I think I'm gonna go take a nap because I'm tired. Well, I just woke up. Like, I woke up at 11:30, and it's now 12:05, and I want to go back to sleep. So, yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye! Love you all!